This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Finally, someone is repeating the things that I've been saying about Tommy Tuberville. On the congressional record, no less. Yesterday, the Armed Services Committee in the Senate held a hearing about another nomination for the Pentagon. And Tommy Tuberville once again said, "There's nobody more military than me. Tommy Tuberville, the man who has never served a single moment in uniform in service to his country." He's a football coach. He likes to ride the coattails of his dad. In fact, he's stealing valor, to steal a term, for his father, lying about his father's service, saying he won like 5 Bronze Stars. I'll put a link below to 2 separate articles that tear this apart. That the narrative and the timeline just is wrong, and the awards that Tommy Tuberville claims his father was awarded are lies. Because he's so stupid, he is so uninformed and ignorant about what the military is and what awards are, that he thinks a Bronze Star is the same as a Bronze Service Medal. 2 totally different things. Lied about the age his father was when he joined. Lied about the rank that he achieved and that he was a tank commander and rolled through the streets of Paris in a tank. All dubious at best. But he did it again yesterday in the hearing where he claimed with his mouth that nobody up there is more military than him. And he was immediately called out by astronaut, veteran, Mark Kelly. Watch this.
Let's get to my topic. You know what I've got. I've got a hold on admirals and generals through abortion. I'm pro-life. You will be part of solving this problem if confirmed, and it is a problem. I want to get this over with as much as anybody. How do we work this out?
Senator, thanks for the question. From where I sit,
I know you've thought about this. So
from where I sit, look, we need our team on the field. Given the challenges that we face in the world, from the pacing threat of China to the threat of Russia, we need all the team on the field. We can't fight with one hand behind our back, is my view. And the job I have been nominated for as a senior civilian at the Defense Department, I'm going to want my military teammates in their jobs as well. So it's my humble view that this issue gets resolved as soon as possible.
Yeah, well, there's nobody more military up here than me, but I just hope we can work this out. The problem that I have, and I represent people in Alabama, and abortion is a very controversial subject, and it should be voted on by the people. My people in the state of Alabama won't say so about what happens to their tax dollars with abortion. And that's the situation that I'm in. I represent the people of my state, and hopefully we can work this out. But I just wanted to get your thoughts, because you'll be right in the thick of this as we go along, in the next few months. Hopefully it's not months. Hopefully it's just days. But thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Tuberville. Senator Kelly, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think it's important to point out and comment on what Senator Tuberville just said. I think the quote was, "There's nobody more military than me." As far as I could tell, there's at least 4 of us, maybe more, that served in the United States military, in some cases for decades, and at least 3 combat veterans. So I take great exception to what Senator Tuberville had to say, and I've heard him say it before, and it just doesn't make any sense. So I wish you would please reevaluate what you think your experience, and just be a little bit more careful about what you say about the United States military. And I'm very happy to defer to Senator Tuberville.
When you've had a father die on active duty, you've got a right to say whatever you want. Thank you very much.
No, I don't think that's the case. You have folks here that have served in the United States military, and I think in multiple branches.
This reminds me of, when I joined the Marine Corps, I think I have a memory of it. It might be, maybe it's not true, but I bought my mom a sticker that said like Marine Mom on it. And what Tommy Tuberville is doing is akin to if my mom would have acted like she had some credibility relative to the military and service by the fact that I joined. You don't get heroism through osmosis or association, Tommy Tuberville. You don't get to claim that you're the most military person. Nobody's more military than me. While you're sitting behind a dais with actual combat veterans, people who actually dedicated decades of their lives to serving this country in a dangerous capacity while you were coaching the football. We can thank your dad for his service, but you had nothing to do with that. And having a dad die on active duty isn't the same as dying in combat. And even if that was the case, which it wasn't, you don't get to claim some sort of special category because your dad did something. If I have a relative that puts out fires in a fire department and risks their lives, that doesn't mean I have some special claim to talk about firefighters. Because I don't do that. I've never done that. I will never do that. But in Republican world, it's as good as the same. That's how little he thinks of the military. That all you got to do to have credibility and call yourself the most military person is to say it. Discounting the literal decades that people spent serving their country in uniform, putting themselves and their lives and their families on hold for their service. Finally, and look, I'm not criticizing Mark Kelly here. There's decorum, and he has a role to play, and he needs to say things the way he says things. Leave it to me to say things the way I say things. I'm not always the nicest, certainly not always the most civil, but I don't believe I need to offer up civility to a man who defends the membership of Nazis in our military, who defends white nationalists, calling them, well, that's what I call Americans. Them's just Americans. You may call them white supremacists, but they're Americans. No. It is a twisted worldview held by Florida resident and Alabama Senator Tuberville. What do you think out there? I would love to know. I know there's a lot of Tommy Tuberville content lately, but he won't shut his mouth, and until he shuts his mouth, I'm not shutting mine. What do you think? You can leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, as always, daily@dollemore.com. I would absolutely love to hear from you. You can mix it up in the comments, the old-fashioned way, clickety-clack on your keyboard and leave a comment. That'll help to initialize YouTube to deliver this channel to new potential viewers, spreading the word farther and wider. If you want to support the work, help produce what we do here, click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, hit the super thanks button, or go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. After all of those asks, if you still want to see more of my stupid face, follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, all of them, at Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Be genuine. Take care of one another.